All right, so Quavo released his debut solo album, Quavo Huncho, October 11th. It has 19 songs and it runs for 1 hour and 7 minutes. The album cover takes a surrealism approach and it's sprinkled with optical illusions. The bird resting on the tree branch, partially submerged in the water, forms his nose and lips. Above the hawk are two outstretched tree branches with clouds behind them that form glasses. The dragon and its wings forms Quavo's hairline, and then you have other little parts of the fore and background that acts as both a part of his face as well as a part of the illusion as well. So I thought this was a pretty interesting cover. If someone was like passing by in a store or something and they saw this, it would be very quick to grab their attention. And the trees and the shrubbery in the foreground and background create both an open and enclosed feeling, which ties into the use of optical illusions to create this cover. So overall, I thought this was pretty dope. Dope cover. But anyways, moving on. Singles, we have Working Me, which is track 7. We have Lamb Talk, which is track 15. And we have Bubblegum. Standouts for this album, we have track 1, Biggest Alley Hoop. Quavo references his come up and how he has progressed in the music game. Quavo states his wave has changed the game, thus showing us his influence. We have track 3, Huncho Dreams. Quavo confirms he piped Nicki Minaj, which, that's not, too surprising. This song is also third on the album, like Nicki's Barbie Dreams on Queen. On verse 1, lines 5 through 7, he says, "Call up Queen, Nicki. The queen can't flex on a young bull. Flex. Made her scream, scream." So basically, he's referencing Nicki's line on Queen where he says, where she says, Karuchi think I'm trying to give the coochie to Quavo and shit or something like that. And basically, he just called her out and saying that he already got it. I know Nicki probably hot right now. And then on verse 1, lines 18 through 30, he says, "Nigga don't mean to brag, no, I be trying to keep it cool, but I sniped your ass, swear, no Fifi." Fifi is a reference to her track with 6ix9ine. "I ski Fifi on your face ass, burp burp. Called up Huncho to come tap that ass, swear, pull up on you. Auto tune when I grip that ass, ski, pulling on your weave, cross the room when I pipe that ass. Pipe it. I see a queen on a tree. What you see? She like the ride, new boy. Tree, yeah, new boy. I see a queen on the tree. What you see? She like the ride, that boy, tree. Yeah, new boy. Nicki, do you love me? Please, why you crying? Why?" So, damn. So basically, he just aired out all their business. So let me break down part of that. He basically says that he piped her and he skied on her face, and then he basically says that she called him up for a booty call, and then he pulled up on her. He was pulling her weave while he was clapping them cheeks from behind. And then he says, "I see a queen on a tree." And that's a reference to her album cover, Queen. She like the ride, new boy. She always be referencing new boy in interviews. "I see a queen on a tree. What you see? She like the ride, that new boy. Nicki, do you love me? Please, why you crying? Why?" And that cadence is basically from Drake's "In My Feelings." And then on the chorus, he says, "If I hurt your feelings, I am truly sorry. Sorry, woo, I'm straight out the jungle. Hey, no safari." So basically, that was another dig. Safari was her ex-boyfriend. And then towards the end of the song, he says that he gonna buy her a iced out Chun-Li chain because of him airing this out. So Basically, he ain't holding pulling no punches with this. He aired out something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people was speculating. But anyways, moving on, we have track 8. How about that? It's a braggadocious record, and we also see Quavo imitating Offset's cadence on verse 2, which I thought was pretty interesting. Then we have track 13, Rerun, featuring Travis Scott. It's a leftover track from Huncho Jack Huncho, which was a collaborative project with Quavo and Travis Scott. Travis says, yeah, go ahead, spend it. I'm living it. Yeah, my whip came with curtains. I don't need it tinted. Ooh, yeah. When it comes to I, she turns so independent. Ooh, yeah. When it comes to this D, she turns so damn dependent. That's funny. So basically he's saying when it comes to him, she's on her own. But when it comes to, getting piped down, she becomes so dependent on him. That was a pretty catchy line. And then I think this could be reference to Kylie, but who knows. Then we have track 14, Go All The Way. Quavo partners with Pharrell for a futuristic sounding record that I could see living in the clubs. We have track 15, Lamb Talk, which is one of 3 singles. In verse 1, line 16, he says, QC the new Cash Money Records now. Yeah, go. Which I can agree with that. They got a lot of the top artists in the game either signed to them or under their management label, like the Migos, of course, Lil Yachty, Cardi B, she has a management deal. You got Lil Baby, I think. Yeah, Lil Baby, I think, is under QC, and a whole bunch of other artists. Then in verse 2, he says, I iced out her neck in AP, but she won't report it. Swear she didn't. And AP is basically the name of expensive jewelry, but it's also the name of something the police does. Like when they're searching for a criminal or something, they put out an APB, which is basically like a bulletin board, basically describing what the person looks like and where they were last seen and whatnot. So a cool play on words, but she won't report it. Swear she didn't. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty dope. And then we have track 16, which is probably the most talked about record on the album, Big Bro. Quavo is accused of dissing Lil Peep with verse 1. He says, is you with me or against me? With me or against me? I'm an OG now, so you need me. OG. I'm an OG. Think you poppin' Xanax bars, but it's fentanyl. No bars, it's fentanyl. Think you're living life like rock stars, but you're dead now. Yeah, let me put you under my wing. I can teach you one thing. Let me put you under my wing. Let me put you under my wing. I can show you it ain't all about a chain. Hey. So to start this off, he basically says he's an OG now. Basically, he's been in the game for a minute. So he's basically like a big bro to the up and coming artist, which is why the track was titled Big Bro. He says, think you popping Xanax bars, but it's fentanyl, no bars. And if people listening to this ain't familiar, Lil Peep died because he overdosed on Xanax from taking Xanax, which was laced with fentanyl. So that's the reference right there. I don't see this as a diss. I think he's using this as a way to say that he could have been like somebody Lil Peep and other people who are doing these type of drugs can turn to talk about things and basically show them the ropes instead of them going on about things themselves, which is the theme of this song and which is why it's titled Big Bro. I don't think he was dissing him at all. I think he just put that out there because Peep is probably like the main person that has died from taking that, and so people be quick to grasp towards that. And then he says, let me put you under my wing. So basically right there, when he says let me put you under my wing, he's basically trying to take on a mentor or a big brother role. to up and coming artists. And then on verse 3, he says, "You out here trying to live that goat life. You gonna fuck around, take your life. You. Instagram and guns just don't go right. No, a." So basically, he's trying to tell these younger artists that the things that you're doing is gonna lead to you killing yourself, and he's trying to basically show them the ropes of what to do and what not to do, which is basically the premise of this entire song. I think a lot of people was blowing this out of proportion. I think this is very similar to how they did Drake when Pusha T put out that photo of him in blackface. It was put out there without no type of reference or anything. The same way the people who grabbed that one line about the fentanyl and just put it out there without having it in part with the entire song and basically the entire theme of the song, basically put it out there and let people form their own opinions around it without explaining. And I don't think that's cool. If you're going to put something out there like that, you need to let people know what it's in reference to. So overall from this, I don't see this song or that line as a diss. I just think he put that in there because he felt like he could have did something to prevent him from dying. Because as we've seen thus far, a lot of artists have died from overdosing on these drugs. You had Lil Peep, you had Mac Miller, and I'm pretty sure you had some other people die from drug overdoses too. And he's basically saying that he's been in the game for a minute and he feels like he's an OG, a big brother, somebody that the younger artists can turn to, you know, if they're in need. So that's all I had to say for that record. But anyways, moving on, we have track 19, Lost, featuring Kid Cudi. The record is about maintaining sanity as a wealthy individual. Sleepers, we have track 4, Flip the Switch, featuring Drake. We have Shine. We have Champagne Rose, or Champagne Rose, as Madonna was saying, featuring Cardi B and Madonna. We have Swing, featuring Normani and Davido. And we have track 18, Bubblegum, which is another one of the singles on this album. Skips, we have Pass Out, featuring 21 Savage. We have Give It To Him, featuring Saweetie, who's allegedly Quavo's boo on the low. We have Workin' Me, which is another one of the singles on this album. We have Keep That Shit, featuring Takeoff. We have Fuck 12, featuring Offset. And we have Lose It, featuring Lil Baby. My personal favorites for this album are Biggest, Alley Hoop, How About That, Rerun, and Big Bro. And my overall conclusion, I thought the project was pretty mediocre. And Quavo's grandmother is someone who's important to him. I noticed on tracks 1 and 2, he referenced her. And Lost and Big Bro differ the most in subject matter from the rest of the album. Most of the other songs on the other album is pretty much dealing with the same subject matter. You know, clothes, money, cars, women, that type of thing. And I gave it a 13 out of 19, which comes out to a 68%. So overall, it was a just below average album. But anyways, if you're a fan of Quavo, be sure to pick up this project. If you enjoyed my review, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.